Welcome back to Risk of Rain. Gotta get that hundo. We are sitting at 56.10%. And I figured out something that had confused me last time. Last time we played, we had some of these locked items glowing. And I believe what happened is because the command artifact doesn't actually care whether or not you've unlocked an item, we must have taken some items with command last run that we hadn't technically unlocked yet. And I think we're going to do that again today. So we're not going to count these as unlocked until we've legitimately picked them up without a command artifact. But in the time being, today's run, we're going to stick with these three artifacts: Glass, Sacrifice, and Command. We're going to play as the Chef. So we have three goals today. One is to get that last artifact. So we're going to play to the second stage as quickly as possible. And if it's not the version of the stage that we need, I'm going to let something kill me. And the reason I'm going to let something kill me rather than restart is because one of the items, the Dio's best friend, the glowy teddy bear item... Oh, I always forget to do this. For some reason, the controls never stick, and I always have to change them. And life is difficult. We're good now. The conditions for getting that item is to die 50 times. And we haven't died anywhere near 50 times. We also have to sear 50 sand crabs with Chef. That's our other goal today, is to get both of the Chef achievements. One of which is to sear 50 sand crabs. And the other one is to have 20 cleavers on screen at once. Both of these should be easy enough to do during any kind of breaking run. So I'm not really worried about it. I didn't want to jump down there. Oh, actually, you know what? I like this as a kill floor. We'll stay right here. This will be fine. Okay, a tier 2 chests. Let's go ahead and... why mess with success? We'll go ahead and rock our infusion right off the bat. So one of the items we're going to be taking is a ancient scepter, which technically we shouldn't be able to have because it's not unlocked yet, but with command we should be able to take it. An ancient scepter plus a bunch of syringes is going to make it really easy to get all those cleavers on screen at one time. It's not going to be a big problem. And we'll get a few deaths under our belts, because probably we'll not get the version of the fungal caves that we need, the damp caverns we need on the first try. If we do, I don't know what use item I need to take. I'm going to start grabbing use items that I know I haven't picked up yet, just because... like, use items we haven't unlocked yet, like the meteorite and stuff, just because we got to get them items a go in. Alright, so we're going to take a syringe. You might be able to get 20 cleavers on screen just with the use of syringes. You can get 8 just by doing this. So with the Ancient Scepter, which lets you do that twice in a row, you can get 16 effortlessly, and the other 4 just come from syringes that you throw. It's actually a pretty clever achievement. It's really easy to get, but it does take some setup. If you're doing a breaking run without command, it is the kind of thing that you just kind of will accidentally luck into eventually. And when we do a actual run, get a run going, and go to the underwater level, that's when we will flambe all of our sand crabs. So it's going to be wonderful. This is not the version of level 2 that we need, so we will just let a monster kill us. And this is going to really mess with our stats a little bit, but it is necessary for the hundo. So we'll just stand here. Come on. There you go. Oh, thanks, buddy. Total bro. We can just try again. And that's going to be our life until we get the damp caverns, and specifically the version of the damp caverns that we need. Once we get there, we actually do need a couple more items to unlock the artifacts. We need head stompers. We need some kind of mobility. Probably a hopo feather and head stompers will get the job done. So here's hoping we find another tier 2 item in this level. We're going to be playing the first stage Probably a couple of times. Hopefully only 3 or 4 times. I do believe it's a 25% chance to get the version of level 2 that we need, but then last video I did 4 loops and we saw the same exact version of level 4 times in a row. So I don't know what to tell you. I don't know what the odds of that are, but pretty low. So we got really lucky in a way. We saw a phenomenon in Risk of Rain that is usually very, very rare. It's like witnessing a Risk of Rain miracle. Of course, we came all the way up here for nothing. Not literally for nothing. We were looking for the Twalaporter. Chef is one of my favorite characters in the game. And some of the characters I like a lot, like Sniper, don't make really great breaking runs. And some characters that make really great breaking runs, like, oh, we're going to take, yeah, Ancient Scepter. We just grab it. No problem. And there's our have 20 cleavers out at once. We already have it. All it took was the Ancient Scepter. We don't have that unlocked. You have to beat the game on Monsoon difficulty with the Mercenary, I believe, to unlock the Ancient Scepter. Or just use Command, which just gives it to you. I do think Command should not give you access to items that you haven't earned. You know what I mean? Let's grab the Meteorite real quick. Just because I know we haven't gotten that yet. We technically didn't get any new items at all last run, because all the new items that we took, we only got because of Command, so they didn't count towards our percentage. Okay, tier 2. We're going to grab our Inflasion. Get that going. This does mean down the road we're probably going to have a video where we don't do anything, we just kill ourselves over and over and over until we get the Dio's best friend. I mean, I don't want to toot my own horn or anything here. I don't even own a horn. I do own a harmonica, but you don't really toot a harmonica, you know what I mean? But I am pretty good at this game. And I think the odds of me dying 50 times before we unlock all the items and stuff is probably not very realistic. I don't know what other use items we haven't grabbed yet. Maybe we haven't gotten a Salmarang? Who knows? Let's go ahead and take a Goat Hoof. So yeah, use items. I'm just going to go down the whole list and we'll have seen all of them eventually. Hooah! So technically, to get all of the items, you don't have to unlock all the items. You can just use Command to take them all at least once. But yeah, I don't know. That's not gonna work for me. I wanna get all the achievements and stuff too, and most of the items are locked behind achievements. So it only makes sense that we do it this way. We will, of course, abuse Command to get the runs going like we are today, obviously. Otherwise, what are we even doing here? What do I want to take? I think I just want to take another Goat Hoof. Well, you know, let's grab our Head Stompers. We know we're going to need those. Probably along with a Hopo Feather in order to get the artifact out of the next level, which is coming up right now. I can feel it. We're about to go in there right now. Here we go. Damp Caverns. They're coming. They were coming. I told you. I told you. You didn't pay any attention to me. I told you they were coming. You're like, Brickroad, you don't know what you're talking about. Is this the version of the level with the Wadafact? I think it might be, because these pillars, I think, would not be here otherwise. In any case, we're not going to hit the Twalaporter yet, so we might have to do some farming on this level until we get a Hopo Feather. Yeah, I'm seeing pillars up there, so I think we have another layer of level above us, which is a good sign. Maybe I'm just seeing what I want to see. You know what I mean? Maybe this is not it, and we have to die again. Actually, you know what? I think this is it. I think we're good. It's not. It's totally not. It's the same version we saw 4 times in the last video. Alright, let's go just find a mushroom. I don't want to let a Lemurian kill me. That's just embarrassing. We'll let this mushroom kill us. Wow, this mushroom's not killing us as fast as I expected. Was it painful? Really? Was it really that painful? I mean, I'm a robot. Do I even feel pain? Do I even have to breathe? Why did the poison gas even hurt me? I'm playing friggin' Bender over here. So, I'm playing Risk of Rain today, and I think I'm getting sick. My nose really hurts because I've spent the last 2 days... Oh, we need to flambe you. Here, we'll just start with that. So there's one of 50 times we need to do that. Yeah, I spent the last couple days blowing and wiping my nose a lot. Now it's like all red and raw. Because apparently we buy the cheap Kleenex that doesn't have aloe in it or whatever. I actually don't use Kleenex. I prefer not to, because then you just got little piles of paper, or you have to like constantly be getting fresh Kleenex or throwing it away or whatever. I like just having a cloth handkerchief handy and then changing it out every couple hours if I'm really sick. There was a time when a nice cloth handkerchief was considered a fashion statement. A gentleman carried one in his pocket at all times. Now everybody just carries just like a gross wad of used paper. We live in barbaric times, my friends. Men used to wear hats. It was wonderful. Years and years ago... Where's my teleporter at? Years and years ago, I used to do... Before I really like knew... There it is. What my YouTube video... Or my YouTube channel was going to be about. I was like trying to like find my voice or whatever. I had gameplay footage and stuff up, but I wanted to try other stuff. So I did a series of vlogs on the YouTube channel where I own a beautiful fedora that I would wear in the videos. And it's very stylish and I like it a lot. Alright, we want to get syringes and infusion. But the social blowback on fedoras and trilbies and other types of stylish hat being what it is these days, what with the MRA red pill sector ruining fashion for everybody. Actually wearing my beautiful fedora out and about in society would send the wrong message to people. I don't want to send the wrong message to people. And I guarantee there will be a comment on this video like, dude, Brickroad, I used to watch your channel back in 2009 or whatever it was. You should go back to doing the vlogs. Yeah, I don't know. It's something I've considered from time to time, but I don't know. Maybe our podcast fills that niche nowadays. I do podcasts with my good buddy McLean. It's called That Podcast We Did, and I do archive it on YouTube, but it always goes up on YouTube a little bit later. I put it on my blog, and then it gets updated to Google Play and iTunes and one other podcast service I can't think of right now. Not Spotify. Spotify, apparently you have to host your podcast on a particular service that you have to pay for, and I already pay for WebSpace to host my files on, so I don't really need like a podcast hosting service. But then I've been putting up on YouTube as well, but I actually have to render out video for YouTube, so that takes a little bit longer. If you haven't checked out That Podcast We Did, you might enjoy it. It's my buddy McLean and I. We mostly talk about movies and video games and just life. We very purposely, at the outset, we're like, you know what, we're not going to have... Oh, this looks like a different stage layout. We might be in luck. When we first were discussing like what the podcast was going to be about, we decided we weren't going to have like an actual topic from week to week. We weren't going to have like an actual subject for them. It's just going to be whatever catches our eye. I actually shouldn't be killing monsters until I confirm this is the level we want. Oh, I really, really hope it is. If it is, then our next run can just be our origin run, and it'll be fantastic. Ooh, spitter. Spitting at me. Get out of here. This looks good. I think, yeah, we're good. Okay, so there's the artifact platform. What we have to do to actually unlock the artifact is jump over to that platform over there with the mushrooms on it. There's like a box down there. You can kind of see it. It's this gray box hiding behind all those mushrooms. We have to destroy it with concussive force, and head stompers will do the job. So what we need now is... we probably need... I'm going to stack goat hooves on this level. Because enough goat hooves and a hopo feather will get us across. Or a couple hopo feathers or a couple rusty jetpacks will get us across. We have options. In other words. But probably hopo feather is going to be a necessity to getting this item. And we'll just make this our kill floor for a minute. And then we'll have all the artifacts. And our next video can be an origin run. Where we just go through the game nice and quick with all the artifacts turned on. And get the final artifact, the artifact of origin. And then all the artifacts are done and we can move on to more esoteric things like character achievements and item unlocks and what have you. But yeah, a lot of the topics that I used to kind of explore in my vlogs, just kind of like weird general interest topics, is the kind of stuff that McLean and I are talking about on that podcast we did. So if you have not seen that I have a podcast, I do have it. If you subscribe to the channel and hit the bell or whatever, you'll see it in your YouTube feed eventually. If you want to see it when it first goes live, just follow me on Twitter, and I tweet out the link to my blog, skibby.com, where it goes up. I've actually really enjoyed podcasting. It's a new thing for me. It's a new kind of creative outlet. Editing it takes a lot more time than I thought it would, but it's also not as stressful as video editing, if that makes any sense. I don't know. I feel like I spend too much time in my videos talking about just the nuts and bolts of my work. It's like you don't go to McDonald's and the guy there complains about how the grill works, you know what I mean? Maybe I should pack it in. What use item shall we get now? This thing here I probably never picked up because I don't even know what the heck it is. We need to see a tier 2 chest, though, for our hopo feather. Probably 2 tier 2 chests. We'll probably need a hopo feather and a rusty jetpack, and by the time we see those, we'll have enough goat hooves to clear this gap. Actually, something like Commando would be able to clear the gap a lot easier because he can do his dodge roll to get some distance. But I did not want to play Commando again. I wanted to play Chef. Because I have not yet played Chef in this series, and Chef is awesome and everyone loves him. If you don't love Chef, I don't know what to tell you. We don't need to grab the Ancient Scepter again, because that was just kind of to get that one achievement. So I don't know what I'm going to get if I luck into a tier 3. Probably Ceremonial Dagger is just a good go-to. Or with Chef and lots of syringes, maybe the missiles would be a better start. I'm not worried about taking lower tier items, or tier 1, 2, and 3 items, rather, with Command, just to get them out of the way, because eventually we're going to do a breaking run in this series without Command, where we will just literally find every item in the game and unlock all the items that way. The use items, though, you have to manually pick up after you have your first one. So those we are going to have to kind of keep track eventually of what use items we have and what we don't. I just reached over for my water, but my water has a cap on it, so I was not able to take the cap off without pausing the game. There is our first Huapo Feather. Yeah, we're not making that jump yet. Probably a rusty jetpack, and we'll be in good shape. I've never just farmed this level before. I always farm some version of level 1, usually. I mean, technically, I guess I farmed the final level, Risk of Rain, the Contact Light, but just because that's a level I spent a lot of time on in various breaking runs over the years. So one more tier 2. I think a rusty jetpack, and by then we'll have a couple more goat hooves, and we'll be able to clear that gap. No problem. There's a goat hoof. Thank you. I do need to take the cap off my water because I'm super thirsty. because I feel like I'm still kind of getting sick. I got like that scratchy throat, you know what I mean? So trying to drink a lot of liquids, trying to stay hydrated, flush it out. I did set down a fresh hanky before I started streaming though, so I've got that going for me. I hope I live to see the day when hats like come back into active style. Like classy hats. I don't like, yeah, I wear a baseball cap, Brickroad. You know what? You and your trucker hat could just get out of here. That's not what I'm talking about. I mean like a level of social and civilized decorum that you don't get with like a baseball cap. I mean like a cloth trilby that, or like a top hat, when like you meet somebody on the street, you reach up and tip it as a greeting. Classy as hell, yo. I actually have a fun fedora story, and I'm not sure... I must have told this story before in a YouTube video, but I can't remember which one or where. So, I decided one year for Christmas, because I didn't know where to go to shop for a hat, but my mother always asked, what do you guys want for Christmas? And so this year I was like, I want a fedora. Like, I want like a gangster hat from like the 1930s or 40s. That's what I want. Because I love that time period, that era and style. This guy is a nuisance. Wow, he almost killed me. Or he almost kept me in place while the spitter killed me. We're getting a lot more elites now. We're going to need some form of healing, I think. Let's grab a bustling fungus or something. Next time we are able. So we are getting a lot of elites. I don't want to go back down there until we kill this mushroom, though. There he goes. Okay, he's gone. Thought for a second that was an elite spitter, but no, just a regular. Really? Another one of these fools? Can I get him from back here? Let's not get sniped by the spitters. I was telling a story. Yeah, I'm like, hey mom, I want like a gangster hat for Christmas. I didn't give her any other information. Because part of it was like knowing that she was going out shopping for this hat and having like a difficult time asking for it. Like part of that was just amusing to me. So I didn't give her any help. So what she eventually did is went to a flea market. She always does some Christmas shopping at the flea market, and found a guy selling exactly the hat that she figured I wanted. And it was sitting on like a Halloween like zombie head, like a Halloween prop. This just like horrible plastic and rubber zombie head, and the idea is like you could put it inside a dome and like its eyes would light up and move around. Looks kind of like a rip-off Freddy Krueger kind of thing. And so she was shopping with my brother, who lived at home at the time, and she was gonna buy the hat from this guy. My brother's like, hey, you gotta buy that head too. And she's like, why the hell would I buy a head? So my stepdad is a like world-class gift wrapper. Like it's an art form to him. And Christmas at my mom's house always looks ridiculous because of the effort and the amount of style and craftsmanship that goes into the packages that he wraps. And a side effect of this is he very often will wrap items into boxes that are much too large for them, because he tends to use whatever materials he has laying around, so he repurposes a lot of boxes. So a lot of times, like, you'll open a box and, like, it'll be a small object kind of taped to the bottom of the box so it doesn't rattle around, or it'll be filled with packing material or something. So we get there Christmas morning, and I'm like, I know I'm going to get this fedora that I want, because my mama always gets me what I want for Christmas, and there's this gigantic box, on like this unreasonably huge box under the tree. And it says Ricky on it. Every year my stepdad makes all the kids like a nameplate for their gifts that they look kind of nice and they can keep. So we have like a big stack of them. Me and Peanut both have these. And Peanuts doesn't actually say Peanut. Nobody calls her Peanut except me and my stream viewers. It's her real name, whatever that is. And I haven't gotten an item in a minute. I wonder where all the items be at. So I open up this gigantic box figuring, oh, they're going to have like this just hat. It's a lot heavier than I was expecting. So I figure, okay, there's going to be like this hat in the bottom of the box, but it'll have like a bunch of heavy packing material to weigh it down to kind of throw me off the scent. And I was half right, because what was in the box, staring up at me when I opened it, is this gigantic, horrifying rubber zombie head wearing my hat. So for years, this zombie had just sat on our shelf in our apartment. And I named him Gus immediately. I decided, yeah, his name's Gus. Like, he's Gus the Hideous Zombie Head. There is my rusty jetpack. Here is my Guat Hoof. And let's go see if we can make that jump now. Oh yeah, we should be able to do this no problem. Easily. And then we'll fall here. There's the artifacts. Now we just go back. And we can collect it, and now we can go find the teleporter. So there always tends to be like 1 or 2 gag gifts under the tree, and there's no real rhyme or reason to who gets them. Like, we don't go out of our way to buy someone in particular a gag gift. It just kind of happens, because sometimes we buy things not because we think the person will enjoy it, but because we think we'll get like an amusing reaction out of everybody. It'll be fun on Christmas morning. And we've come to call those gifts the Gus Gifts. So every year you might be the lucky recipient of the Gus gift under the tree. I really don't want to die now. There's another tier 2. Should I get another Hobo Feather? I think I should get another Hobo Feather. But we'll wait until it's safe to grab boxes, because we got spinners everywhere, and... So we've had some fun interactions with Gus the Hideous Zombie Head over the years. We need to take healing items with tier 1s. We need to get Mysterious Vial. I've already got 1 Monster Tooth. Bustling Fungus will be helpful. We'll just grab all the healing items from tier 1. Tier 2, I think we'll grab a Guardian Heart next, actually, instead of a Hobo Feather. Yeah, that'll be smart. So one year, I was sharing pictures of inside my apartment. I forget exactly why, but I was sharing them on a web forum. And I wasn't paying a lot of attention to the framing of the shot, because I'm not even an amateur photographer. Like, I'm just a point and click and hope for the best kind of photographer. As you would have noticed if you've seen the quality of any of my old vlog videos, or indeed any of the like footage I've uploaded in the podcast videos to the channel currently. Like, I don't know how to get good quality photos or video or anything, and I don't really bother trying. So the framing of the shot was bad, and just in the corner of the image, you could see like half of Gus's face. So I posted the picture to whatever, and somebody like cropped out Gus's face and zoomed way in on it and just posted a bunch of question marks, and I had to explain why I had a hideous zombie head on the shelf. And then years later, we had another fun interaction. My brother, his fiance, had come over to visit us at our apartment for the first time. She'd never been there before. And she came out of the bathroom. We're all in the living room. And she comes out of the bathroom, and we hear her just scream. And we're thinking, oh, like, did she see a cockroach or something? Or did she, I don't know, bang her toe on it? Whatever. No, she just saw Gus, the hideous zombie head, out of the corner of her eye. And didn't know what it was. And she freaked out. And that was pretty funny. Let's get a bustling fungus. Let's get a leeching seed. Let's get a mysterious vial. Let's get this thing, which we'll never use. We'll get a first aid kit. That should take care of all of our healing, right? We should be pretty good now. And we don't have gasoline yet. We'll take gasoline. Alright, so now we kill the rest of these monsters off. Now we have to loop until we get to the underwater level, because that's where all the sand crabs live. And then we can just flambe all our sand crabs there. Oh, you know, we can get sand crabs on the first level, too, at the dry lake. They live there as well. So yeah, those are my fun stories about Gus the Hideous Zombie Head. Peanut does not allow me to display Gus the Hideous Zombie Head on the shelf anymore. apparently, for whatever reason, now that we actually own a house, we have to be respectable adults or whatever, and I can't put Gus the Hideous Zombie Head out there in the living room. So now he's in a closet somewhere. I think he's still wearing my hat, actually, because I don't really wear it, so I think Gus still has it. Aha, we do need Ifrit's horn. Oh, we can't get Ifrit's horn with command, though. I don't know why we're bothering to kill Ifrit if we can't get his horn. I can just jump over your wall, nerd. So, I'm going to get this, so we get more items sooner, and then I think we'll just start stacking missiles on tier 2. Oh, teleporter's up here anyway. I think one more hobo feather would be good. We've already got blighted monsters. Not super good. In fact, blighted monsters are usually pretty bad. But we do have that Guardian Heart, and we are rocking some infusion, so we should be okay. Things will be a lot better once we get a tier 3 and we start getting some passive kill items. Maybe our next tier 2 I'll grab Rule of the Wisp, and that'll help a lot. All these tier 1s I think we're going to turn into crit glasses. In fact, let's grab a whole bunch of those right now, just because they're super easy to grab. And we'll just let the looping commence. I don't know whether we've gotten 4 key cards or not yet. That's one item I'm not sure whether we've unlocked. In the Contact Light, maybe we'll make sure we get 4 key cards. I don't like all those monsters just building up down there. Chef does not have a really good way. You know, he's got these, though. Yeah, I guess that's pretty helpful. We can just do that to take care of those guys. We do not want to open any boxes on this level until we are at remaining enemies, though, because one Robo Spider is all it'll take. One elite Robo Spider and maybe a buddy with a couple of shots. We'll just grab crit glasses super fast. Till we get up to 10, which is the point where they don't help you anymore. I used to think it was 14, but people have since confirmed no, it's 10. Okay, so more crit glasses here. What other stupid use item? I don't think we've taken a snow globe yet. Let's go ahead and grab Will o' the Wisp. It's a pretty good item to get. And how many crit glasses do we have? 6. So there's 7. And there's 9. So we just need one more of those. And we're good to go. Alright, so we get killed by the cremator now. Why wouldn't we? We haven't seen any tier 3s yet. Yeah, we're gonna get killed by cremator here. I don't know, we got a lot of mobility. We might be okay. Let's just not stay in this level longer than we have to. There's nothing we can do here as far as unlocks anymore, so... And I kind of feel like if we were going to see a cremator, we would have seen one by now, because we are at Oncoming for You difficulty. Although we also haven't seen a Toxic Beast, so maybe the game just does not have enough spawny bits to send a boss at us just yet. There's my teleporter. Toxic Beast. Okay, that's good. That's actually very, very good. Let's find a kill floor. Instead of killing the Toxic Beast right away, we'll go find a kill floor away from the Toxic Beasts. Maybe over here is a good idea. And let all the little piglets spawn and supercharge our infusion. Excellent. This is a good plan. There's another use item. We'll worry about that when we're at remaining enemies. So I have to actually look at that menu and try to eyeball, like, what items have we not seen yet? I actually don't know. Eventually, I'm going to have to sit down and look at our unlocked item screen and make a list of what we still need to get. Some stuff is not going to matter because we haven't unlocked the items yet. If we pick up an item that we haven't unlocked yet, I don't think it counts on our screen. Or maybe it does. I don't know. This is a weird game. This is a weird game that doesn't work super well sometimes. Who actually knows? We only have one set of crit glass. I'm going to grab those right now. I think everything else from this level... let's just take a whole bunch of monster teeth. Monster teeth to get the healing under wraps. So all these tier 1s will turn into monster teeth, I do believe. 2 syringes is kind of all Chef needs. Like, I'm already shooting super fast. Chef's already really good in that regard. But still waiting for a tier 3 to pop. Still waiting. I think I gotta go with Ceremonial Dagger as my first tier 3. I think I'm gonna have to. I just love the Ceremonial Dagger so much. Alright, we're at remaining enemies. Look at this. This is a mess right here. There's a tier 3. Okay. Let's go get these big old piggies. I should take care of everybody. Okay, what was I going to get here? Did I not get a Guardian Heart? I did. There, yeah, it dropped. Okay, let's get one more Hopo Feather. We're going to turn all these into Monster Teeth. You know, I'm just going to grab a use item that I want to use for this run. That's going to... Let's not use more brain cycles than we need. Let's just grab the missiles. The disposable missile launcher. Turn all these into Monster Teeth to get some real healing going. Two more from here. Critical hits heal. We're gonna go with... Oh, I do have my 10th crit glasses. Okay, so yeah, all my hits should heal now because the scythe and a lot of Monster Teeth. Maybe next level we'll go for Goat Hooves to really speed us up. Nothing enhances survivability quite like speed and extra jumps in this game. Infusion is super great for survivability in the long run because you'll eventually end up with thousands and thousands of health. But in moment-to-moment gameplay, you really cannot beat a Hopo Feather or a big stack of Goat Hooves. Actually, you need a combination of both. You need an extra or really high jump and the speed to back it up. So you can clear a lot of vertical and horizontal distance in one, jump. I wrote a blog post recently, and I write blog posts, not all the time, but typically every couple weeks or so. If you guys have not checked out my blog at skibby.com, it's only been there since 2009. Okay? This Overlord needs to die. But I've been watching some Risk of Rain streamers and stuff lately, and kind of in anticipation for Risk of Rain 2 coming out. And a kind of common thread amongst streamers and Risk of Rain players, like on the Reddit, on the Steam forums and stuff I see, is that Hopo Feather and Infusion should be tier 3 items because they're so powerful. Cool, we're going to do the same trick again. Go up here on the Toxic Beasts, power level our hit points. And I wrote this blog post, yeah, they are unquestionably the best items in the game. Number 1 and number 2 best items in Risk of Rain are Infusion and Hopo Feather, and if you don't think so, then you don't know the game as well as you think you do. It's really that clear. You know what I think I want is... reduce the cooldown. So we'll get the Rapid Mitosis as the next tier 3, then after that we'll get the pink one. I don't remember what the pink one's called, but I always get those two mixed up because they look exactly the same, just different colors. Anyway, so we're going to grab Goat Hooves. But I wrote this blog post basically saying that, like, yeah, they're unquestionably the best 2 items in the game. There's no question about that. And like I said, if you disagree with that, if you think that there are better items in the game, you're either just being contrarian on purpose or you don't know the game that well. Those 2 items are so good that there's... I honestly don't see how there could be any debate about them being the 2 best items in the game. But they also changed the game so much that I think the fun value of having those 2 items in as many runs as possible, especially considering there's an artifact in the game that lets you avoid items you don't want for a particular run, I think the fun value of having those 2 items in Tier 2, and therefore a little more common, outweighs the potential balance issues of having the best item in the game being Tier 2. I think I said this last video, but I hope Risk of Rain 2 just allows you to turn items on and off individually for certain runs. Like, I hope you get like a sacrifice artifact you can turn on, but like if you don't want certain items, you just won't use them. I got a Tier 3 up here in the ceiling. There's an Overlord or whatever. Let's go ahead and take all our items first. Let's go all Goat Hooves this level. We'll take this pink thing. The Beating Embryo. More Gwot Hooves. Got a Tier 2 here. Let's go with the... Let's just stack missiles in Tier 2. Why complicate it? We'll be missiles for days, is what we'll do. It's this first Overlord that spawned in over here. What a jerk. Here, have some missiles. Give me my Goat Hoof and let me get out of here. Okay, so we have to loop. So we can go to either the Dried Lake at level 1 or the Sunken Ruins at level 3. There's a Tier 2 right here. Let's grab... Yeah, you know what? Just missiles. We're just going to go... I don't remember how many of these I need before diminishing returns steps in, but... Show me the Dried Lake! Thanks! Thanks for showing me the Dried Lake! Risk of Rain just be like, nope, trollface.jpg. Anyway. Okay, so yeah, we're just going to skip directly to the teleporter here. We can go collect that artifact again, but we don't... I mean, you can collect all the artifacts again. They just show up on your little rows down there, but... Didn't quite get the Magma Worm deaded like I wanted to. There, now he's deaded like I wanted to. Maybe we'll do another level of Monster Teeth. I want those green circles to be bigger. I want green circles to blot out the sun. See, I do feel like a lot of like veteran Risk of Rain like streamers, the people who discuss the game, people who played it for hundreds of hours, they tend to be of the opinion that like balance is a necessary thing. Like you need to balance items so they're like of the proper power level. Like the characters should kind of be of equal power level. I don't think any of that is important in a single player or multiplayer cooperative game. I don't think balance is important at all. It's not a consideration that I care one whit about. All I care about is that the various things in the game are fun to use or create interesting decision points in the game to use. That's where I think you could really design a good single-player or multiplayer co-op game. Like, yeah, Chef is not the strongest character in this game, but it doesn't matter that there are stronger characters because those stronger characters don't play like Chef. The value in having Chef is not he's stronger than other characters, the value of Chef is his gameplay is unique. So the question of we need to make sure that Chef is equally as strong as Commando or Loader or Huntress or whatever, to me is not a design goal that needs to be met. So let's just grab more missiles, more teeth, 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 missiles, teeth, and we out. Nope, we got more items. Teeth, missiles, moving on. Watch, we're going to get the artifact version of this level again, now that we don't need it anymore. Now that we're not looking for it, it's going to spawn every time we go to stage 2. For Hopo's part, the developers of Risk of Rain, I think they kind of do understand this design principle, because it doesn't feel like Risk of Rain cares about being balanced. Like, the characters don't feel like they're balanced against each other. The items of a various power level... Yep, there's the artifact again. All of the items in a various power tier don't necessarily feel like they're balanced against each other. It feels like they wanted to make the solid gameplay first. Like, that was the real goal of Risk of Rain. And I hope that that's their goal of Risk of Rain 2 as well. From what I've seen of Risk of Rain 2, it looks like it might be. I'll probably still be doing this YouTube series after Risk of Rain 2 comes out, so look forward to... Because I probably won't do a YouTube series of Risk of Rain 2, at least not right away. But yeah, look forward to an episode of Risk of Rain Hundo where I talk about... There'll probably be a video that I spend an hour talking about my first impressions of Risk of Rain 2. Then a month later, we'll have another video where I talk more in-depth about good things and bad things in the game, and design properties that they met, and things that they got wrong, and... I think I just passed 400 hours of Risk of Rain on Steam. As of either last video or this video, I'd have to check. And I really hope I have that many hours in Risk of Rain 2 over the course of the years, as the years go on. You know what? We're going to go all Monster Teeth again in this level. I was throwing my cleavers the wrong way. Very well. Should I grab an Ancient Scepter in... Let me think. I think I want to get a Wicked Ring, actually, in preparation for the having to flambe all those crabs. I think that'll be the way to be. We gotta be careful here. Let's get all these teeth. Inch forward and get this tier 2. Let's get a golden gun. We don't have one of those yet. Get another teeth. Get some more teeth. Can't get a golden gun without getting a smart shopper. Get some more teeth. And anything over here? I don't think so. Nope, we're good. Let's roll. Alright, show me the sunken ruins. My level 3. Can I please go to Water Worlds? With the big boss bass? Nope, I guess I can't. So we're looping at least one more time. We're looking for either the Dried Lake or the Sunken Ruins in order to get crabs. And then we're going to have to go to the Sunken... You know, let's go to Boar Beach. Why not? It's here. We might as well. Might as well. Dagger will do all the work for me here. Might as well get the t-shirt, you know what I mean? Alright, cool. Alright, so we're in the version of the level that doesn't have Boar Beach now, because of course we are. I think that's just how it works. When you're done with Boar Beach, you always go back to the Ancient Valley, but you go to the other version of it. Get that tooth. Oh, there was a tier 2 there as well. I got a second leeching seed, I guess. How about a tier 3? Huh? How about we get a red chest with a tier 3 item in it? We're going to go up top for the kill floor up here. If you have some verticality, this is the best kill floor on the Ancient Valley. It's nice and flat. Everything spawns in big groups. You can just jump right over Ifrit's wall. Oh, we can get Ifrit's Horn with command turned on. I didn't know that, actually. Because you can't take Ifrit's Horn with command. It's a special boss item. They're yellow. And you can only get it from this one boss. But I guess it just drops. You know what? No, that makes sense. Because with... what's the artifact that gives you the random use item? Enigma turned on. You still get the Nematocyst nozzle item from the Vagrant. So yeah, this makes sense. With command, you can still get boss drops. So that's good. That's good to know. So that's at least one more item that we can get on this run. As we loop through the levels here. Or we'll get killed by Cremator at the next stage, and it'll be hilarious. Yeah, I think we're just going to straight up Monster Teeth. I want to get those big green blobs a-flowing from every direction with every kill. And that'll be my life. You know what, tier 3, I think we're just going to go with missiles. I like the missiles too much. The auto-target missiles, Mark II and Mark III. That's what we really need. We are going to have to eventually do some non-command and non-sacrifice runs, though, because there are achievements we need that involve collecting drones and other various things, but there's lots and lots to do. There's lots and lots left to do. Okay, we can start collecting items. Get my tooth. Throw some double missiles down. Get my more tooths. More tooths, please. And a leeching seed, I guess. Get my missiles. Oh, get my missiles, please. Ah! Falling off that ledge was okay anyway, because we were coming down here to get this tooth no matter what we were doing. Get a tooth, and some use item that we don't care about, and moving on to get killed by Cremator in Stage 4. Unless we're going to the Hive Cluster. If we're going to the Hive Cluster, we won't get killed by Cremator in Stage 4. I actually don't think that the Cremator could kill me. I can move so fast, and I got so many jumps that it's just not... This is not viable. It's not a viable way to end this run. Cremator is really a danger in non-command runs when you run the risk of getting to the magma barracks without any survivability items. But no, it's Toxic Beast again. 2 Toxic Beasts. We're going to go back up here. Right here is fine. This is close enough. Let Infusion do its work. One of my main concerns with this series was that eventually the boredom was going to set in. Because there's just not a lot to talk about once we get into just the grindy aspect of looking for particular items or particular stages. And that's why this is a failed experiment. This is the worst video series I've ever put up. I don't have a good gauge for like what my viewers think my worst series ever has been. Is there anybody who's like watched since 2009, 2010, who's watched all my series that can, like, what are your guys' opinions? What do you think is like the worst Let's Play series I've ever done? Because there's been some that were just really terrible quality early on while I was like still learning how to do the video editing and stuff. I know there's one series where I did like 30 videos at 10 frames per second not realizing I had clicked the wrong option in my render. There are a series that I've done blind plays of games that I really should not have done blind. There are games that just don't lend themselves well to being Let's Played that ended up on the channel. One of those I've actually deleted, actually. I had a series of Audio Surf years ago, when Audio Surf was... It wasn't new, it was like a year old or so, but... I really enjoy Audio Surf. I did just a chill series of playing some Audio Surf. But I didn't do any commentary, I just showed the tracks and the songs I was playing. And I deleted it for one reason, because there's no commentary. It wasn't really a Let's Play, it didn't really fit with the other content I had. And the other reason, because around the time, YouTube banned me from their service. They deleted my YouTube channel. And, you know, I'll just take the leeching seed. Why not? It turned out to be a mistake on YouTube's part. They didn't mean to ban me, like something, a glitch in their system or whatever, and I got reinstated pretty quickly, like within a week. But I remember being like, you know what, let's not tempt fate and have all this just licensed music videos on the channel. Let's just get rid of this series, which isn't super popular anyway. I don't care what level 4 I get, because we can't do anything with level 4 anyway. Oh, that was level 4. We're on to level 5. You can only ever get one level 5. It's always Temple of the Elders. I really do like music games and rhythm games. I enjoy that genre a lot. I do own pretty much all the Rock Band games. At least one version of each. I've got Rock Band 2, 3, and even 4, even though I don't play 4 very much because I can't get my Xbox online, because I'm not going to pay to get my Xbox on. What? Why would I do that? So it's like a sometimes party game for us now, like once a year. So usually at our Christmas parties, we bust out Rock Band. There's a tier 3. What? But I've got Lego Rock Band and Beatles Rock Band, and there's like a weird spin-off game called Rock Band Blitz that I have. And I've got some other rhythm games. I've got like the Donkey Konga games, which are pretty fun. I've got the Theatrhythm games on the DS, which I really love. Of course, part of that is that I just love Final Fantasy music as the soundtracks go. But I think that's like a game style that you could do with basically any like long-running video game series. I'd be just as happy buying a Theatrhythm for like Mario games or Zelda games. Like a Nintendo version of Theatrhythm would be amazing, I think. Just have like 100 songs from various... Like, instead... Kind of what they do with Smash Brothers, where they just put every Nintendo song ever composed into the game, except actually have gameplay around it. Like, actually build a rhythm game instead of just... You can listen to any of 600 Metroid stage musics on the Metroid Smash Brothers level. I didn't ever get into, like, DDR or anything. I think I could, it's just I don't have it at home, so, and I don't go to arcades and stuff. What's the one that people are always playing, like the J-pop and stuff on PC? Like the big pink circle logo? I don't know what the game's called, but I haven't gotten into that one. And there's another DS Nintendo rhythm game that was really popular back in the day, the Elite Beat Agents, but I didn't play that either, and I don't know why I didn't. It was right up my alley. I probably should have. Look at all these teeth. Oh, this tooth's right on the ledge. Hold on, we gotta be careful about this one. Got it. Haha. So if we get stacked items, we'll just turn it into a leeching seed, and that'll be just wonderful. But if we're gonna loop and be stupid, we might as well take a fun item and try to get full green screen effect here. Tier 3, I think I'm gonna go with the missiles. Missiles for days. We got a stack with a use item, that's okay. Oh, no, it's not. Which missiles am I looking at here? Oh, I can't even see them down there. Gosh darn it. I know this is the Brilliant Behemoth. There's a Ceremonial Dagger. There's Dio's best friend, which we have to die 50 times to unlock. I don't know where the missiles are. I'm going to just take this. We'll just take another one of these, the beating embryo, and increase the chance of getting double missiles when we fire our missiles. We'll call that a compromise, since that use item denied me the opportunity to see which tier 3 I wanted. Stupid use item. Who even wants those mines? Actually, those mines are pretty good. Those are a good item. And look, we did not get the dry lake again. So. But yeah, rhythm games would make for a really bad Let's Play series, which I learned with AudioSurf. For one thing, because like me talking over the music kind of defeats the purpose of the game. And also, they take a lot of concentration to play. They're not games where I can just like load up and... What am I taking? I better take something quick. Let's take a... Oh, I'm dying. I'm dying. I'm dead. I got killed. I got absolutely destroyed. Because I... That's the danger of command. Alright, yeah, I guess that's the run. I guess that's it. Well, you know... That's the danger of command. So we still need one more chef achievement. Let's take a look at our new items that we got. We picked up the Rapid Mitosis. We picked up Ifrit's Horn. So that's 2 new items this run. A lot of these items, like we unlocked the laser turbine, we haven't gotten it yet. And we didn't take a photon jetpack. Oh, we got the telescopic sight. Okay, so we've done that one already. I thought that was one we're going to have to do. And we're done with sniper achievements. Those are the only 2 sniper achievements. Okay, cool. Let's see. Scores and unlockables. 58.5% done. And did we get new monster logs? We did. We got 1 new monster log this run. We got the Elder Lemurian. There he is. And so next week we will do our Origin run. Not sure who we'll use yet. I'll have to look at the achievement list and see how I want to tackle this. Thanks for watching, guys. See you next Saturday.